morning. Welcome to Friday, January 8th. This is my last video for a little while because we're back in school next week. Woohoo! All right, so today I wanted to show you, we're going to make pom-poms. This is something I was taught when I was a little girl by my grandma. And so that's a long time ago because I'm way older than probably all your parents. So this is something that I was taught to me a long time ago, and I want to show you. It's pretty easy. Now, there's a couple ways that you can make pom-poms. So you're going to need some yarn, and I would just measure like probably about 3 arm lengths of string, right? And then you're going to cut it. And then one way, easy way, is you're just going to take it and you're going to wrap around your fingers. Gotta hold it. I'm going to wrap around my 3 fingers, right? And I'll keep wrapping the whole thing, right? I'm going to wrap it, and then I'm going to wedge it off my fingers without it coming undone. I'm going to kind of keep it in that loop. I'm just going to set that down for a second because I'm going to cut myself a piece of string. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it because I'm going to tilt the computer. There we go. So if I tilt that, there's my string, and I cut myself a piece, but I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this ball or this string. I'm going to put it on top of my string. Yeek. It's hard to do with one person, but it can be done. Now I'm going to tie it. Now to make sure that it ties, you can just normal tie, like just I'm going to go right over left, but I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to loop it twice because it kind of seems to catch better. It'll hold better because I'm by myself. So I'm going to pull, 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 pull. See what I mean? Like it will stick. It will stay. It'll grab onto each other. It'll stay tight. And then I'm going to go opposite. So I'm going to go left over right, and I'm going to go over my string. Come on. And then I'm going to go one more time. So I'm going to pull it twice and go like this, right? And then all you do is you stick your scissors into those loops and you cut. And that's a pretty simple pom-pom. But there's something about it that it doesn't make it look like super extra duper fluffy, right? So it's not bad. That's, and then I can just trim my ends. That's a kind of normal-ish pom-pom, but it looks a little like it's on a diet. It's like on a New Year's resolution diet because it's kind of sticking out. It's not as fluffy as this one. So let me show you how to get this one. So what I did is I took some cardboard and I traced 2 circles with a pencil. So I just took tape and I traced the inside of this one and the inside of this one. And then I just traced another circle in the inside, right? So I traced this, traced 2 of them. I cut them out and they look like this, right? Now what happens is this is kind of like your template, your pieces that you're going to use for your pom-pom. So I'm going to put them together. And then again, I'm going to take my string and I'm going to wrap it around. Okay, so I'm going to start. I took my string and I'm going to start by, I'm going to put it on the, first because this is going to be really hard because we have to go through that center hole. So I want to wrap it and I want to get it in some sort of like something I can push through here that's going to be simple. So I'm going to go around my 3 fingers again. So I'm going to wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it until I have a little bit, probably about halfway, right? And then I'm going to take off my fingers gently. Keep those loops, kind of squish them, and then I'm going to go wrap the other way, the opposite way, and I'm going to kind of go up and down, trying to make like almost like a little worm or a little snake of yarn, right? So it just kind of keeps it together. Now that's easier to wrap around here instead of having all that long string, okay? So I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to put it on the outside. So I'm going to hold it with my thumb, and I'm going to have the end to the outside, right? And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth through that hole. So I'm just going back and forth, and I'm going to keep pulling it tight. My 2 circles stay together, and just keep going around and around and around and around and around and around, right? All the way This one, I'm just going to overlap that one just a little bit. And I go one layer. Oops, that's okay. I'm going to go one layer all the way around. So I've got a couple done so I could, so you weren't just watching me. It's kind of like watching paint dry. I made a couple so that you could see. So you just go all the way around to make a layer. It looks something like this, the magic. So this one kind of came undone because I'd already gone around. So I'm just going to keep going, right? I'm going to show you how you just keep going. And I'm kind of like pulling it tight. And this one, like I say, it kind of came undone a little bit, but at least it's kind of in a ball. But I wouldn't do this at the beginning because then it's going to get full of knots and you're going to get frustrated and it's not going to work as nicely as you'd hoped. Now you're just going to go at least one layer. But then you're going to go and make a second layer because you want it nice and where did I put it? Where did I put it? You want it nice and fluffy, right? You don't want it looking like, oh, I need food. You need to have it pretty thick. So we need to have 2 layers on there. So let me just show you this one layer. And I'm going to show you so that you would keep going, right? Another layer. So I started, oh, that's the one I was going to use. That's okay. So this is one that I had already done a layer, but I wanted to show you what happens if you don't cut enough string, right? So I've done one layer, but I need to add more string. So easily, I'm just going to get some more string out here. And you're going to go again. So I'm going to wrap it, so it's easy to get through. Wrap. And then I take it off and I kind of like wrap it around. I didn't do very much on this one though, but we're going to go, now I'm going to start where I left off. So I'm going to go here. I left off here and I'm going to have it going out again. I'm just going to go over. And on that first one, I try and like snag it or catch it so that it doesn't come undone from me, right? So I keep trying to carry that little one and I'm going round and around and around and around this second layer. And it looks something like, let me show you, put these out of the way. This is, where's my one with my second one? Oh no, I didn't do one with the second one. Okay, well let's just say that this is our, I thought I had one. I must have needed another one, but that's okay. So let me show you on this one. I'm just going to end it so you know what will happen at the end. See, this is what happens if you do that, if you don't have it in a nice ball and keep putting it through. If you're just trying to put the strings in, this is going to happen. It's going to get tangled up. So I'm just going to untangle it. There we go. Get that untangled. Now you can watch Mrs. Player take out a knot. So you would go 2 layers. And I thought I had the 2 layers on this one, but I don't. That's okay. Well, we will say that it is 2 layers. Right? So that is going all the way around, 2 layers. So I'm just going to end it. Finish this off because I want to show you what to do next. Now when you're done, you're going to cut yourself another piece as well. I'm going to have that done now because it won't be easy after. So let's just say that's my 2 layers. I've gone all the way around. I'm going to cut myself a piece, not too long, because I got to tie it after, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go, those are 2 cardboard pieces. So we want to go in there with our scissors and cut apart all these little pieces, right? So I'm just going to kind of wedge my scissors in, and I might have to just cut a little bit of the first ones just so I can get in there. There we go. I wedged, and then I can get my scissors wedged into my cardboard, I think, without wrecking it. Possibly. Might have to cut a couple more strings. And I kind of keep my finger or my thumb in because else it'll just fall off, right? This is you might need some help with this. Just trying to get in between these 2. There we go. There. So I'm going to cut. And it's easier if you just take like a couple of threads at a time. And I just kind of like cut them as I'm going. But notice how I'm keeping my thumb and my finger in the middle of those so that they don't just fall off because we don't want them to fall off, right? And I keep turning it. And I cut it off. Like I say, this is an old way that I was taught by my grandmother. there's probably, and I had a pom-pom maker at school, but we really couldn't figure it out. So, and the bigger, if you want bigger pom-poms, if you want like longer pom-poms, you want a longer space. You want a bigger, so you want to take your cardboard. Where's my pieces? You want to take your cardboard and you want to have it like longer, small entranceway, like small circle in the middle, but bigger on the outside, like maybe trace a CD or something, right? Or the outside, maybe the outside of the tape. So that's if you want something, a pom-pom that's bigger. So let me just finish because I want to show you how you're going to finish it. Like that. Now, this is where it gets tricky, especially being one person. I've got, hold on to it. They're all cut, but I have 2 pieces of cardboard. So I'm going to sneak that string into there. I'm going to kind of like bring it over, right? So that string has gone all the way around. I'm going to bring it here. Now I'm going to let go, and I'm going to tie it while the cardboard's still on. So I'm going to take my right over left, and I'm going to go twice because it kind of grips it a little bit better. And I'm going to pull that, and I'm going to pull tight, 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 tight. Down. I'm going to open this up so you can see it. There we go. Tight. And then I'm going to do it again because one knot is not enough. You need to make a double knot. So I'm going to go left over right. I'm going to go over, and I'm going to go over one more time. And I'm going to pull tight, 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 tight. Now that I've got it tight, now I can take those cardboard pieces off, right? So I can take this one off and take this one off. And then I can fluff it a little bit. See, like if I had done 2 layers, it'd have been fluffy like this. It's not bad, but at least it's better than this guy. This guy's not doing very well, right? There they are. Probably you can see this better. So now I'm going to cut off the ends. I'm going to give them like a little bit of a haircut, right? But that's how you make a pom-pom using just cardboard, right? And some yarn. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's it. So let me move the computer. That's what we made today is making pom-poms. You can put them on hats. You can make them out of people. You can put googly eyes on them. You could put feet. You could leave those little long strings. You could give them some arms. You could leave that little loop. You could hang it. Yeah, so make a pom-pom. So thank you so much. So grateful for you guys watching this week off. Can't wait to see you guys all next week. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Be safe. And we'll see you next week. So thank you. And I'll see you guys next week in person, in live. Okay? All right. I'll see you guys. Bye.